How did I end up here? There are some questions that show up when your life falls apart. And they're not the little questions like, what's for dinner? Or should I cut bangs? They're the big questions. The really important questions. The questions that start getting loud after the dishes are done and the kids fall asleep. The questions that keep you up at 3 a.m. and lie right next to you while you both stare at the ceiling fan. They're the questions that your head knows, but your heart's not willing to accept yet. And for me, that question was, how did I end up here? Because I've asked myself that question more times than I can count over the last year. How the did I end up here? I'm a woman who spent my entire career helping other people transform their homes, their confidence, and their lives. And now suddenly I'm the one standing in the rubble trying to figure out how to rebuild my own. How did I end up here? I'm a woman who believed in marriage and in family and in commitment. I believe that if you just loved hard enough and worked hard enough and tried hard enough, sacrificed enough, communicated enough, forgave enough, hoped long enough, that eventually everything would work out. And so, how did I end up here? The funny thing is that when I asked myself that question at first, I asked it from a place of devastation. My 23-year TV career was going extinct. My marriage was falling apart, and I had taken on the weight of everyone else's problems, including my own. And thanks to a lot of therapy, a lot of tears, a lot of reflection, and honestly, a lot of hard truths, I'm starting to realize so much more from that question. How the did I get here is one of the best questions I could ask myself if I truly want to change the mess in my life. Because the answers to how I got here are really a blueprint for how to never get back here again. That question reveals all of our choices, our patterns, our fears, our blind spots, our hopes, our conditioning, our survival strategies, our traumas. And each and every decision, experience, and reaction really reveals the roadmap to exactly how any of us have arrived here, and more importantly, tells us how to never get back here again. And right now, I'm willing to bet that I'm not the only person who's ever asked themselves that question. I imagine that if you're still watching this, something has got you asking that question too. Maybe it was also divorce that finally cracked you open. Maybe it was a betrayal. Maybe it was a lost career. Maybe it was a friendship, a family member, or business partner, or even a neighbor. Maybe it was a combination of a few, and the grief is compounded. Humans are messy. Whatever it was, I bet that you're also realizing that the life that you have worked so hard to build probably wasn't working for you. And I bet you're asking, who am I now? What just happened? When did I become this version of myself? Where did things go wrong? And how the did I end up here? And that's exactly what I intend to figure out here, out loud, with you. Because when you ask that question with a heart full of curiosity and courage and grit, the journey feels, at least for me, much more empowering. And if you're like me and you really have got to just slow this down and figure it out for the last time, I hope that you'll snuggle up and subscribe and start asking the right questions to answer our midlife mess. I'm Makk, and this is my new series, How the Did I End Up Here? People lie, but patterns don't. If you feel yourself getting dusty, here is your permission to get off that shelf. You've got this. And I'm flying right alongside you. So, how the did I end up here? I've been sitting with that question a lot lately. And not just because of my divorce. Because the more people that I talk to, I realize how many other people are asking the exact same question. Because I know that nobody's waking up with the intention of blowing up their life overnight, right? Nobody wakes up disconnected from themselves overnight. Nobody wakes up exhausted and spent and over all of this together overnight. It's really these tiny little instances that build up. Tiny decisions, tiny little compromises, tiny accommodations, all these tiny little moments where we tell ourselves, it's fine when it's not. Maybe it's me when it isn't. Maybe I should do that when you shouldn't. These tiny moments where we explain away something that doesn't sit right with us. These tiny moments where we betray ourselves in the name of keeping someone else's peace. Because most of us don't arrive here overnight. We arrive there one shard at a time. And when I look back and I really think about it, I can see how all of these shards have just splattered all over my life. All of the moments that I ignored, or the feelings that I explained away, the needs I minimized, the exhaustion I normalized, the loneliness I shunned, the intuition I overruled. And I know that that's not just a Lauren thing, that's a human thing. And I think that many of us spend years ignoring our knowing that something isn't working while we're still convincing ourselves that it is. And what I know for sure is that change is really scary. Coming to grips with reality is really scary. And for me, letting go is really scary. But most of all, admitting that something we've invested years into may not be what we thought it was, that's terrifying, especially when our identity is attached to it, especially when our dreams are attached to it, and especially when our hope is attached to it. And so that's why I really wanted to start this series here, not with answers, with questions, because questions are where transformation really begins. And I know this is a fact because I've spent 25 years renovating homes. And the first question that I always ask whenever I see a new space is, what isn't working? And then I ask, how can I build it back better? And so if every renovation starts with a question, then it makes sense that every reinvention would too, right? But now when I ask, how the did I get here? I'm asking it with a heart full of curiosity, because if I'm willing to answer that question honestly, if you are too, then we might finally get to the work of understanding ourselves. We might finally stop repeating our same mistakes, and we might finally find our way home. I really do hope that you'll hit subscribe and heal along, because this journey has just begun. Here we'll be exploring the decisions, the patterns, the conditioning, the stories we've inherited, the stories we've told ourselves, the things we've ignored, the things we've tolerated, the stories we've been hearing all these years, the things we've survived, the traumas we've worked out. Here, we'll be healing out loud together. Well, I'll be doing the healing out loud and you'll be watching it, but you can still be here, and I'd love it if you comment along. And one thing I know for sure is that our stories may be different, but the pain is the same. And so before I go, I want to leave you with 3 questions. But first, I need to remind you to please hit subscribe and please hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our next Clarity Chat. Okay? All right, now, so write these 3 questions down. If I had to name one thing that led me to whatever your here is, what is it? Number 2, what truth am I avoiding that would make my situation better for me right now? And number 3, what would change if I finally trusted myself? I hope that you'll take those questions with you this week. Think about them, sit with them, and really sit with them. Because in the next video, I want to talk about something that completely changed the way that I understand my own life. And all you got to do is just click the video right here to watch it. It's right here, one of these places. It's right here, right? I love us. You got this. And I'll see you in the next video.